For those who don't know, I'm running an Octavia Prime Access giveaway for 5 days. The winner will receive all the stuff included in top tier Octavia Prime Access, and you can enter by simply clicking the link I have provided in the pinned comment. But before you do that, let me share with you first what is the Orokin tech weapon I'm talking about. The Kuva is the most popular nuking weapon in the game right now. But, always remember that Tunka exists, and a bunch of nuke weapons like the lens already exists in the game before even the Kuva arrives at the scene. In fact, recently, I'm seeing Digital Extremes releasing more nuke weapons in the game. This is just my opinion, but I think this is to compensate for the lack of power of guns in the game. We all know that melee weapons are the king of slaughtering the star chart, which is why I think the developer decided to release guns with some nuking power to somehow keep up with the kill speed of melee weapons. This is just a guess, but you can't deny the fact that almost all new weapons right now, except for the recent Prime versions, are all about nuking or slaying enemies in one go. Now, Kuva probably sits on the top in my opinion, since it's like using a glaive prime and throwing it to the enemies. The enemies don't get killed in the blast, but most often, they die in the area of effect/damage that the nuke bow can inflict. It's not built in, but you must use hunter munitions to achieve this certain amount of power for the Brahma. If you pair this with a viral build, with some status and lots of critical chance, then Brahma becomes a very powerful weapon. Although I get that it's a strong nuke weapon, but I'm pretty bored with playing Kuva Brahma. How about the lens, or the Tunka? Well, they are old and I need a new toy, so I have been testing a bunch of stuff this week, when I bump into this new Orokin tech weapon from father called the Trummer. I know, this weapon has been here for months, and I did not bother to grind for that Seriglass shard. Well, you can't blame me, as I don't want to be at that spot wherein you grind all of it then you caught the burnout syndrome and whine on the internet about no content. Well, I'm just saying, but anyway, if you take a look at this weapon's stats, you won't find anything mind-blowing about it. It has a good status chance and critical chance, and it's an auto rifle by default. However, once you get to use it, you will be shocked at what it can do. Its special feature allows you to launch a grenade while using its alternate fire, but you need to kill 5 enemies first with the primary fire to charge up the big bouncing atomic bomb of death. Doing this in normal chart is kind of easy, and you will just be charging and nuking enemies after killing 5 targets. However, in Steel Path missions, especially when faced against high armored units, you will definitely burn that high ammunition first before you can kill 5 enemies. But it's okay since the alternate fire doesn't require any ammunition, right? Well, wrong, because even the ball of death will not kill these high-level enemies. So why are you suggesting that this might be powerful than the Kuva Brahma squad leader? 2 frames can make this gun very satisfying to use. One is Mag, and the other is Xaku. Obviously, Mag can make Trummer better because of her magnetize. This ability allows you to group targets and kill them in the bubble, making it easier to get that 5 kills, the requirement for the weapon. When the weapon has enough charge, then you launch the grenade directly to Mag's bubble. The damage is insane that it can wipe out all enemies inside magnetize. Not to mention that when you blow up the ability, it will deal massive explosion damage to targets around the area. It's a pretty neat combination that is worth trying, and it's surely fun to play with. For Xaku, it's obviously because they have Gaze ability, which strips all armor and shield values. A Trummer with a viral build can easily kill enemies when they don't have any defenses. In fact, this frame is better compared to Mag in acquiring the required kills as quickly as possible to charge up the Trummer. What's even better is that the alternate fire is very devastating, that everything it hits while Gaze is active will be wiped out instantly. However, be sure to put in snare in this frame so you can group them efficiently and provide better nuking effectiveness. Okay, now let's talk about the builds. For the weapon, I go with a 6-former build, but you don't have to, since this is only based on my playstyle. You can run a 5-former build if you want to save up some resources. The stabilizer mod is not a necessity, but I use it for the primary fire. I often do headshot kills to easily kill targets, and I need that negative recoil to somehow be accurate in all my shots. Also, Prime Shred is a personal choice, and you can replace this mod with whatever you like. I just love how this works with the Trummer, since it provides a faster fire rate on the primary fire to help me kill enemies faster, and it does add punch through to the gun, which is one of the best stats to have for Mag's magnetize. For the Mag combo, I'm using my usual Fracturing Crush magnetized discharge combo. This augment is for stripping armor, and pairs well with Polarize to somehow completely strip enemies with their armor. Not to mention that this ability can also lower shields, while Magnetize magnetized discharge is basically for blowing up the magnetized bubble once it accumulates enough damage to dish out tactical nuke damage in an area. The rest of the mods are pretty self-explanatory, and these provide the needed energy, range, survivability, efficiency, and duration to make this build work in any scenario. For Xaku, it's all about max range for Gaze to have plenty of effective range. But also, you would need at least 209% power strength so enemies will be totally stripped with their defenses regarding enemy level. These are all the mods you need, and all you have to do is cast Ensnare to group enemies, cast Gaze and maintain it with your 4th ability, and let Trummer do all the killing. From all nuking weapons in the past, this was the most satisfying for me since I can wipe a group of enemies out with one grenade using either the Mag or Xaku combo. This weapon brought back memories of the past wherein I can do a million nuking damage with my lens using Chroma. But that's the old version of Chroma, and it's sad to say that it's forever gone now. If you enjoy nuking, but got tired of Kuva Branma, then you might give the Trummer a go. It's not just nuking, but the rapid shooting of its primary fire is very satisfying, especially if you are killing enemies with a broken warframe. So that's it for now. More videos to come. I hope you enjoyed the video. By the way, if you are asking about the Nyx and Branma combo I was using at the start, then here are the builds. Thank you so much for watching. Squad Leader signing off.
Evolution. This is the future.